So you may find yourself in a situation where you need to take off the front disc tray cover without actually opening up the entire Xbox. The way I like to do that is I will press the eject button, which will open the tray, and then I remove the power cable from behind, leaving the tray open. Then I will invert the Xbox, and what you're going to be looking for specifically are the tabs here where the front panel connector attaches. So when we're looking at the disc tray, there's 4 contact points we need to make note of. The 2 slides on the edges, and then these small plastic clips here which physically attach the tray cover to the tray itself. The way we get around this kind of 4-point scenario is we're going to need to peel the drive towards you. So as you see, as I pull forward, it creates space between those 2 contact points. We need to go until we feel a little pop, and then we kind of put some downward pressure there, and that lets us pull the tray down. So that was a little bit close there. I didn't want to actually peel it off as quickly as I did. What you really want to do is you want to get it to come forward to the point where you feel it click, and then you push down. The problem that we run into sometimes is the little runners here on the sides. They're pretty weak. So, and again, this plastic itself is about 20 years old, so it's weak to begin with. But these little runners will kind of break off sometimes. So you want to be really careful when you do that motion of the peeling towards you and then pushing down. And then now the tray's back off. If we need to put the tray back on again, you simply reverse course. So you initially put the 2 runners on the sides, like so. You push some upward force until the 2 clips here move into position, and then they'll lock into place like that. And then now your tray cover's back on. A final tip I'll give you is sometimes these disc trays will get stuck. That's a pretty common scenario. Believe it or not, I looked through my collection of stock Xboxes and actually couldn't find one that was stuck. I was actually a bit surprised. But what will happen is you will press the power eject button, and the drive will make a little click noise, and then it won't push forward. A lot of times that has to do with the fact that the belt on the inside of the drive is either not catching correctly, or it's kind of lost some of its elasticity. Those rubber belts over the course of 20 years will kind of get to the point where they're actually really hard and really tough, and it just won't spin on the spindle. It also may be kind of catching on an internal mechanism here. The best way to do that is actually to do the old school, just give it a tap on the top. So what I would do is I would press the power button, and a moment afterwards I will, with my open palm, kind of tap the top of the Xbox as so, and that usually disengages any catch, and the drive comes forward as it would. So I press it on, and then I give it a hit, and a lot of times that little bit of force on top is enough to jog the system and have it come out. Now, you don't feel like you have to hit it with any great force, but it's important to kind of do open palm, downward right above the disc tray, and that is usually enough to disengage any blockages that are in the way.